파바상 파바상부집이 어디 파바상부집에 멜람게 캔시비 까빈스. So we are discussing the benefit of Pranidhana prayer. Today, Payan Ta Zangbuchibi Melam Dembigi Payan de Yonsu Zoba de Sanje Changbagi Chaya de Reshas. Receive the benefit of this prayer in full. Today, Ina ta dinala Durdu Tamchik Pasang Death Share Server. However, I'm explaining the benefit in brief, and I've already explained some yesterday. Tene pen ta kashe cha debati nane ta yeshe tang rubdang zangbachi melam dembiki pen la tene ngarang su ju la yeshe zu or ta tangbo yeshe che. So the benefit that I need to explain further include wisdom, sublime body, and so on. The first I will explain the wisdom, the jnana. Tene yeshe segente jidang tene chödang chö mayimba panglangi ne tisu hakwa ta tindrila tata nekaps tindri kone digire. So in this context, at the moment, you can understand wisdom as the ability to discern what is good and bad, what is to be adopted, and what is dharma and what is not dharma, and so on. Ene tetamji maimba angza gita mebatoa dang, cheji da mebatoa jabu tesula samatang tesula yeshese nekapji lamna jigidu. And in addition to that, wisdom includes generation of the wisdom of knowing the no self of a person and phenomena. 즉 중보 차와당 케바 차와 든데sam지를 고민해야 돼. So one should not understand wisdom just in terms of becoming clever and wise or knowledgeable. 강제 예시sek인데 샘당 때문에 샘중기 최탐제 조네 때문에 양 메시와당 축감받아부 때문에 마임바 때문에 지다와당 진입이기 챔바 첸차 망각과 여대바 찍라 다 아런 스페셜리스트 챙겨 저기 다 배치하고 그랬어. So for those who know philosophy, the teachings, the wisdom here should refer to the exhaustion of the ordinary mind and the mental events, but not being completely empty or void, but empty, but there is some luminosity or clarity, the union of clarity and luminosity. Clarity and emptiness. Tene sosechewo ki kap tatapera ngarang su kap drabuchigla tene yeshete drubya yeshe ya zoya ki tapshe drabuti ta yakshete melam doyatir. So as a ordinary practitioner, the best method or the way to accomplish or actualize wisdom is to aspire, to make aspiration. Then the power sambuchi manam den dembaina. Then the tabia yuanamena, nya yuanamena, yakshujik de yesedi tabgres. So, through reciting the Bhadracharya or the prayer of good conduct, uh, the best or the most, one of the most supreme accomplishment one can attain is the wisdom.
Tene chidang jangshu sabiki yonten singdu she yondu kana semchen semchen jen la phaya ki zochewa di ko le she de gar.
So, when we talk about these qualities of the Bodhisattva, the main quality we discuss or we talk about the Bodhisattva qualities is to benefit other beings, help other beings.
Tene te yindu kana tene semchen jen la phaya ki sabchi cheshu de yang yeshe dire de.
So, the best or the most supreme method or the skillful means to benefit other beings is to generate wisdom.
Te da dine da dine nga chambu yinzang e tarung tes shuba ina.
So, since this is very important, if I elaborate on this point a little,
Tene chidang yeshe sekindi ninzin dang ninzin mayimba Ninzindang, zindang galwaki, da samlo dang dang tindijires.
so the wisdom here refers to the attitude of the attitude or the way of thinking that contradicts with the dualistic clinging.
Tene, ninzin ginawa diyo, jisi ninzin ginawa yebi bar desitu, tene samlo dang dang nangla, da semchen jik ze, ni ze, yana tele lhana semchen ja ze, tong ze, chi ze, da dinde la kenya gilega zogo samya jabu dinde yongyo.
So, as long as we have this dualistic concept or the dualistic perception, then we would have this attitude that we need to uh, benefit just one person or 100 people or 1,000 beings, 10,000 beings, and so on. So there will be this dualistic attitude.
Tene ninzin gi lo yebi bar desitu, tene semchen rere ze nire ze la pen toya ki tabshe je pen toya ki tabshe de lamdro mandro semchen la pen mato di pen mato ki teng de la darung pen toksa ki yul semchen de zo ki rang la sem sumbo tende je yong na tene changshu samba tam ngarang su ninzin niyo kingi changshu samba tam je pe sheng kansa loho meba cha semba chok tang che tende regi war.
So, as long as we have this dualistic perception, then the bodhisattvas would intend and try to benefit a small number of other sentient beings. And when this does not work, so when the things don't go as they think, then they get discouraged. And also, uh, when they are not, when other beings make them feel discouraged by not appreciating, then the beginner bodhisattvas or the young bodhisattvas, they become weary and fatigued.
제상 다다 장가집이 면함기 다 팽 것들 요래 되는 남기 타줄 주고 지삼바 삼십 멀리 타양 대신 지삼라도 못 타주고 다기 면함 타양 대삼 무슨 답에 마시 샘진 탐지 상지 고방 마토기 바르도 되는 면함 강사 등이 세거르었다 면함기 타양 대가지 인세 깨셔서 고용도 다때서다 다가 스승자와래 지금 냥아 기술자부 야나니 직 샘축제야 제도 승자와를 마도 렌당어만 줘야요 말에 삼삼년하는 숑 마숑와야 용기와래 인한기 차디여바이나.
So, in the prayer, there is a mention that the bodhisattva's prayer is uh, until the space endures and as long as the beings exist. So, as much as the infinitude or the being exists, my aspiration is the same But when this there can be some instances where that some of us can think that these are just mere words of encouragement, and that may not necessarily fit into our small dualistic mind.
다당 알아서 미세나라 양 잠링 시대 세근드부터 쏟았는데 살랍샤바레 맞은 잠불링 이용수 쪽바 시대 차 세근데 따따 대가쩌다 용기 말에 삼성들부터 삼기도 아주 대나시
For instance, we think that when we talk about world peace, it is not possible, it is impossible. So it's just our assumption that
재성 정치 선바 탐지기 샘진 탐지 성지기 고방 맞춰기 받으면 돼야기 로호 세거리 야나네 빠 로호데 강라때는 용기 어렸으나 이 시대 예비기 좀 센지
so. Therefore, the the cause of bodhisattva's confidence that uh, the aspiration to benefit all beings will can be actualized comes from the fact that there is something called wisdom.
재성 샘진 찌라 펜토야당 샘진 잘라 펜토야 샘진 똥라 펜토야 샘진 용저라 펜토야 세근드들라 그냥 제발 그냥 매르스 망용기 제발던데 요 말이스
So, in the sphere of wisdom, or in the context of wisdom, there's no difference between benefiting one being or many beings or infinitude of beings.
오 대가나시 샘진 라테네 펜야디 니마를 추수 체가스 펜도 체기 삼삼라부던데 당 야나 다바치스 체이 삼바라부다 야나네 남키 터투 가사 남카 마동기 버든 샘진 펜토야 레가 체기 삼삼라부던데기 두체 윈퉁라양 릉퉁라양 강양 델리아 가사 직 두세 망다도 삼바라부던데 샘숨바던데 용기와 말이스
So, as long as the bodhisattvas have the wisdom, so there's no difference between benefit beings just for half an hour or 1 month, or as long as the space endures or the samsara exists. So, even to uh, work for the benefit of other beings for uh, as long as the samsara exists, the bodhisattvas don't feel discouraged or fatigued because of the wisdom.
재산 디스트리트 테스트 사고이나 펜도 침부시라 이서래 다다멜람나는 수원하시 장수철로 솜이 맞이지 태솜산이 맞이야스
So, if we have even a similar understanding of wisdom, such qualities, then one can accomplish great benefit, as said in the prayer that one should not have even the slightest doubt about the supreme enlightenment of Buddhahood.
네 미찍라인 펜토기 메나 밑텐게 되네 삼지미셔바기 되네 타이바 장래 대백이 삼진 탐절로도 가와 펜토기를 삼삼저부터 되게 솜이 제행이 말했어요.
So we should not have doubt, thinking that if I cannot benefit one single being, how could I benefit the infinitude of beings?
어다 딘데기 예시에 토야라양 삼부집이 말람라 때네 토비어리스.
So even this kind of wisdom of courage is attained or obtained through the prayer of good conduct, the Bhadracharya prayer.
되네 삼진 젠 두리야 기체도 룹당 되네 천마당 립당 파도 대소양 늦어서서 소소를 그래 고기여나 그래 야기여나 그래 롤 도기여나 이 토야 기 다티 용기에 받아.
Likewise, the attributes to benefit other beings, some of the means, such as the bodies, the manifestations of different bodies, attributes, and also the caste, clan, and so on. These are also achieved or obtained through this prayer, the Bhattaracharya prayer.
대인들가나 되네 장주선비기 마랑스 두준 장주선바 라양 tene rig mandrava, sopta mandrava, phado mandrava tende yong tende ta chanje zamde tende yor.
So, therefore, that bodhisattvas manifest or different colors, different attributes, different signs.
Ota kaba zambachi bimelam tenken soki tene tenken sola tene bidang mutik lasokwe parche ki yang tene sugi maris.
So, for those who recite or chant, practice the Bhadracharya prayer, the person becomes invincible and one cannot be affected or harmed by the heretics and the maras or the demons.
Harasana zambachi bigim tene melam gi jesu dranking ki kangsate samba jachimbo, tawa jachimbo, kanga jachimbo yinsang, bidang mutik tang tendegi la kegi meimbas.
The reason is that the one who practices this prayer, the Bhadracharya prayer, the intention is vast and profound, and the view is vast and profound. So the demons or the maras and heretics cannot defeat.
Tene zambachi big kansa melam dembi ki penyen chikte jikten sumki cheba pisagi yuyang chage waris.
So one of the benefits is one becomes the object of veneration of the three realms of the three worlds.
Tene zangchen dene chanchu shingwang zhengdo nyudu zhu songli semchen peche ta chanchu shingwang zhengdo taman dende kora chanchu shingwang yangchar su yongyo waris ngin nangchen chi waris.
So it is in the prayer, it is as if that through when you recite the prayer, you actually uh, arrived in the underneath the Bodhi tree where you can attain Buddhahood.
Tate lo nyeri nyeri nandal demelam soga yongyo seba 대담지 말이다. 다 장주신 가서 장주신왕도 대녀 로 세트가나 넘버 잡아 상제가 그랬어.
So it is not just coming to the Bodh Gaya and doing the prayers after every 2 years, but actually the meaning is that one can swiftly attain Buddhahood under the Bodhi tree.
장주신도 저 르기 대탐지 좀 최지 콜로라도 거기가 그랬어. 얼건로 그랬어. 이 만남 땡긴 강사들.
So the person who recites these prayers reaches the under the Bodhi tree and vanquishes all the maras and turn the wheel of Dharma.
뭐다? 테네 다 장주철로 솜님 맞이지 생기 cik대 par도 다 팽연 더드 잠직 마송요 그랬어.
So I have explained in brief the benefit of prayer until and the line that says that one should not have even the slightest doubt about enlightenment.
다네 다 만남 거랑 가서 만남 고마티 테네 때 시슈바이나 테네 정말 테네 만남 지당 오와다 만남선에 가가지 송되기요.
So to explain in brief the actual prayer, generally there are two kinds. There's the dedication and aspirations.
테네 오와 시긴티 게리츠와 잡든지 중원도 땅 잡아 게리츠와 사 예바이나 대응원도 땅네 디 게리츠와테 테네 미귤직리야 미귤직이 된다라 오와제야티.
So dedication here refers to dedicating whatever merit or good things one has accomplished or accumulated for a specific purpose or a specific aim.
Tenen di zangchok menam ki juk tene jambal payo chitar chenpa tang singir tisu ki tsikne mango tsukne ngowa ya yuwa rendi na.
So the Bhadracharya prayer also contains the dedication beginning with just as Bodhisattva Manjushri, Samantabhadra, I also dedicate the merit, following in their footsteps and so on.
다이 정말 면은 누비야기 유 소사야.
First, the root cause of accomplishing or actualizing the prayer, the fulfilling the aspiration prayer is to accumulate merit.
tene namba sanje bate junde ke lenken tede di tene chuluk ji indu tene jutso changya la tene khasa bechen jego gyores.
Since the followers of the Buddha, the Buddhists are the followers of cause and effect who believe in cause and effect, then first we need to persevere in gathering uh, the necessary the positive causes and conditions to fulfill the aspiration prayer.
Tene dita tangbo tene khasa 차선에 차차석의 유디하다 가상 매슈차인 내망 다다 뒤숨기 상제다 전주선바 담제 알라 차세야.
The first to offer prostrations, the object of prostration, as I've already explained, are the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the three times, past, present, and the future.
되네 차차야 대양 차 생긴기 강사양 알아서 믿어부 찍 되네 마임바 류 만족이 류보 윤천기 장가다냠바 예섬 삼초거 다들서 탐지 고랑 대과 첨복이 삼로 땅탕들이 요아래.
And the Mahayana approach of the person who offers prostration is not just a single human being making prostrations, but one can even imagine oneself manifesting in the infinite numbers as many as the atoms that could possibly exist in the whole of universe. This is a Mahayana way of thinking or Mahayana attitude.
되네 정말 류 신기 뚜니에단 냠바텐데 예섬네 류지 차설와.
So first, with the body, we offer prostration, thinking that there are the bodies as many as there are universes that exist in the system.
되네 차세기 닝바 접어든 고다야 인서.
So the essence of a prostration is to surrender.
되네 지부체마 수험해발이야 르 가, 이것다.
So basically, when we do the prostrations, we surrendered, mentally surrendered to the valid person, the enlightened person who is non-deceiving.
되네 류지 차섭이 차설비 슈구들라 리지 차섭하대.
So after doing prostrations physically with the physical body, then we offer mental prostrations. We prostrate mentally.
되네 대 늘지기 땡라 늘해기 상제 탐지 유예 세삼바 대랑레샤.
So in this case, in the mental prostrations, the essence is to think and have confidence that in one single atom are the Buddhas and Buddhas that are as many as the atoms that exist in the universe.
되네 디줄라 나기 차섭네.
Then after that is the prostration through speech.
나기 이양당 되네 다 상상수수 가래 나 국내 양기여 삼삼저부터 삼네 되네 다 다만 된득하나야다 가서 제가 세단 제법이 연된 적이요 다티 나기 차서
So when we do the speech prostration, one should think that you are singing the melodies, the offering praise to the sublime, infinite sublime qualities of the Buddha in different infinite melodies.
어담면람 두비야기 주 당고대 자스와테레
So the first cause for accomplishing or fulfilling the aspiration is to offering prostration uh, through body and speech.
테네 면람 두비기 주 니바티 제바피야
The second is making offerings.
테네 제바피야 라양 쌈르는 콜 투비야기 제바피야당 쌈르 ngaran 쌈르는 콜 마투비 야기 제바피야니
So in the offering, there are two kinds of offering, that is conceivable and inconceivable offerings.
테네 쌈르는 콜 투비야기 제바디 메토당 테네 쳔와당 싱엔당 따트서 영자리 ngaran 미기 드와 미기 단디 약보지레 삼삼드버티서
So the conceivable offering includes the things that we humans think as good, like flower, music, and so on.
테네 체바 카나라메 자체바 스니다 디줍다 체바 쌈르는 콜 마투비기 체바 대형 피고기에서
So after that, we also need to offer this unsurpassable offering that cannot be possibly conceived by this very limited human mind.
테네 디 피당드버티 간디고기를 세기나
So how we offer this inconceivable offering?
테네 다레 당보버기 리딜라 페나 메토 짬 지피바 이나양 테네 뒤진 간즈 메토 세근디 코라 메토 짱바레 삼 테네 디 하즈 삼 코리아 메레
For instance, for the beginners, when we offer a thing like a flower, usually we only think that this is flower and nothing more or less.
데 마임바 메토 짱발라 메토 코랑 다당하라 눈 예베기 메토 데 자메 칸당 테네 다 사야당 통야당 다 강제 그런 콘데기 최영수 저거 데 메토 찍기 땡도 유럽대 저거
So, in this inconceivable offering for the beginners, when you offer a piece of flower, you can think that it is not just a piece of flower, but there's infinite food, drinks, basically all the phenomena that is included in samsara and nirvana.
대양 삼모당나 초진이 로기 제샤바 나진지 요르데 양 초진이 제샤와양 지마데 베나 메토 찍라양 조와서서 소소기 통랑 잠민자 통결 알아서 미기 메토인 삼대와레데 드네 양 부자당 셈첸션다기 메토 나지 통결 말데 그런서 양 최소서 통결
So when we think at a glance, it seems that when we imagine one single flower as all the phenomena of samsara and nirvana, it would seem like it is just a mental fabrication, but it is not just a mental fabrication. If we think deeply, even just one flower, different beings, because of differing perception, they can perceive this flower in a different form.
당은지 레 당법발라 라나 메비 제바 피당 다다당은지 삼란나라 콜투바 데인 베체타던 디리체나 빅지레스
So, for the time being, for the beginners, the initiate bodhisattvas, the way to make inconceivable offering is to approach in this way, to think one single piece of flower as not just one piece of flower, but everything that could possibly exist in the universe.
테네 때지 곰 냠렌라서 제 생행이나 대비긴 남덕 제수 만로 마음비긴 남덕 제수야 만로 단다기 테네 그래 삼노 코리용화 델리야 테네 소치 강양 맞제바 제니다 테네 제 생행도 여바이나 따디 쳐봐 나나메 비기 쳐봐 약식 시작하겠어.
So, for those who do the meditation, for the meditators, if one could not follow the past thought or anticipate the future thought, but remain in the present moment without fabricating and constructing anything. So this is the actual inconceivable offering.
되네 데이터 소남사야기 주진 이베트체.
So this is the second cause, the condition to accumulate merit.
그래서 멜람 주비야 주진 이베트체.
So this is the second cause to fulfill or accomplish
되네
this
멜람
aspiration.
다 멜람 주비기 주 숨바티 디과샤야 드레스.
So third cause for accomplishing aspiration is to confess the negativities, the negative actions.
되네 제가 사람 망번에 녀망부터 자시던 띠무숨 나서 보기 왕기 되네 디과 샤바 탐제 되네 샤바 표야디.
So confession is to confess all the negativities, the negative actions of body, speech, and mind one has committed from beginning last time until now in entirety.
되네 믹스기 낭박이 셰당자 제바이나 서로와당 맞춰르세네 하고와당 마고위기 고네 디바 녜바 뚱마 그래서 샤드 초야.
So the approach or the attitude to confess the negativities unique to the Buddhist is one can confess the negative actions that one has possibly committed, realizing or without realizing.
되네 디바 세긴테양 다 엠바시 자셴버드 디바 세긴테 가리미 콜셰 고기요나 다 쪼체와 응애복은 넷술당 같이 이나야 타 링로 땅야 땅킹기 최용조를 배치 디바스 잡션 딕서레.
The concept of negative actions in Buddhism is quite vast. Actually, negative actions or the evil action is something that uh, takes you away from the reality, the truth.
되네 디다 말람 주비야 주직 되지 되네 양 디줄라다 주디 준난가 채쇼직 배시 주ペ마시기 슉 첨부직디 제수 이랑치야.
So this is another cause for fulfilling the aspirations. And then the next is the rejoicing, which is one of the most important cause for fulfilling the aspirations, probably the most important or the most powerful, one of the most powerful cause of accumulating net.
차 서로당 최범비와도 디과샤야 돼서 패체 패주 줄룩 젠다나나 때때서 여반하지 요아래 이나야 리수 이런데 패체 낭박이 투목만 임바 디나네장 태과침바 투목만 임바나지 요아레스.
So even in the non-Buddhist faiths, there are the practices of offering prostrations, offering prostrations, making offerings, and so on. But this rejoicing seems to be unique to Buddhism and especially to Mahayana path.
되네 제수 이랑승인데 유당 제부니까 나 제수 이랑치야디.
So rejoicing here refers to rejoicing in both the cause and the effect.
배나 미젠다직 강사 년자당 야나니 좀 제바당 다 딘저기 가리기 데비기 제부 냠순용 데바틴데 통나 델라야 제수 이랑.
So for instance, when you see a person who is beautiful, handsome, attractive, and enjoying that result of that positive cause, then you rejoice in that.
되네 야나네 미젠다직 gewi sawa sa ta ju gewi sawa chete batinde thongina tela yang tene Jesu yirang.
So rejoicing in the cause refers to rejoicing in other people engaging in the virtuous activities.
Tati Jesu yirang chumare.
So this is a very mediocre general rejoicing.
Tene Jesu yirang chembote tene sanje tene rang sanje 생각보다 짜점바 생각보다 장출 semba 생각보다 대속이 유당 대북이 최라 강하사 예수 이랑 체.
So the greater rejoicing is rejoicing in the cause and effect that is being accomplished or created by Buddhas, Pratika Buddhas, Arhats, and Bodhisattvas.
사간지 도와 심진 쟁기 손남사비기 손남당 손남사비기 주 용수 적발로 다기 예수 이랑스.
So in essence, rejoice is to rejoice. Rejoicing here refers to rejoicing in the cause of the merit and the action of the merit of all beings, including the sublime beings.
세상님
So this is all for today. There's some kind of announcement here. I'll just read through. Good afternoon, everyone. From today to October 23, 84,000 will be having a table near the tent. For those interested in learning more about 84,000, please feel free to stop by the table. Tomorrow morning, we will also be resounding under the Bodhi tree. The text for this resounding is the ornament of the light of awareness that enters the domain of all Buddhas. Please drop by 84,000 table tomorrow morning to collect your resounding text in English or Chinese. Thank you.
제티주도 초빙원이 넘버솔 사다 통토지 시르지 송구도 대양 선인가 수 쇼기 초된다가랑라 산지기 송빈 도시 가서 냠치 헨치데 냠도 소나지 랭게지 베기요 송구도 빈도데 산지 탐치지 열란주비 이시 농아진진 도시야데 언데이